Previously on Road to Loretta's.
I want to be the best there is, and I just want to be there every moto. I want to be known as that kid that works harder than everyone else in the game.
If I don't make to Loretta's or do very well at Loretta's, that's really going to hinder my ability to continue racing.
This is a job. The kids that are here, they do their gym training. They do their track work. They have all these other things that they have to do on top of just riding the dirt bike.
Anything could happen. I think I proved that last year by not making it.
Everybody who's done anything in Supercross, myself, Ricky Carmichael, Jerry McGrath, all these guys came up through Loretta's.
It's the biggest, the best, most pristine amateur national in the world.
If you want to get on the radar of amateur motocross, this is the place to be. This is the proving grounds, because if you win here, you beat everyone. And I think that's what makes this the crucible of amateur motocross. It does not get any more competitive than Loretta Lynn.
With Van Martin's pro career drawing nearer by the day, he has returned to his home in Texas between races to do what he does best, to work hard.
Kevin Windham was here last summer before the National. I told him that Van and Lance were running 335s a day, and he said even the great Ricky Carmichael doesn't ride 335s a day.
But in order to set the bar beyond that of the great Ricky Carmichael, Van believes the devil is in the details and spares no rest to make sure his body is ready for pro-level competition.
I ain't never been scared of him riding a motorcycle in my entire life until he got on a big bike. His exact words when he came back was, he was like, "It's on."
Through the amateur ranks, Van has worked to prove himself year in and year out.
I definitely want to be winning titles, and top threes will be okay, but I want to be winning championships, and that's my main goal whenever I go there. That's what I'm got my eyes on.
With a solid handle on his pace and fitness level, Van finds himself ahead of the curve as he heads to the regionals.
You know, my dad always tells me when I go up the line for the regional, just to get that top 8 or whatever you need to be to transfer to Loretta's, but when you go to the line, you want to win no matter what. So, I mean, if I get the whole shot, I'm going for the win.
While Van trains in Texas, Brian Burns and his father continue the grind towards Loretta Lynn's. Continually battling the bottom line, his challenge is not only other riders, but the reality of racing itself. For Brian, motocross presents a daily roller coaster of ups and downs.
Last week at World Mini went pretty well. I had some good finishes, and I got like 3 top 5s and a podium, and rode really well. And then my last moto, I actually just made a little mistake, came out of a corner and got hit by somebody, and on the first lap. And it came down pretty hard, and kind of messed up my shoulder. And so the next day I got home and went to the doctors and got it x-rayed, and they got it cleared on the x-ray, but it was a pretty serious sprain. We're out here now at Honey Lake. I mean, it hurts when I ride, but I'll get through it. So I'm just looking forward to some good racing.
The window of opportunity for Brian is a narrow one.
Making it there is one thing, and doing good, though, is another thing. So right now I'm just focused on getting there, and then, because I'm definitely not a shoo-in.
With no time left for preparation, it's time to back up his goals with results.
I'm entering 5 classes, so I hope to just qualify in all those classes. You know, maybe show some people out there that to worry about me at the regional, that I'm a fast rider.
Favoring an injured shoulder, he struggled to make it through his first area qualifier and secure a spot to the regional.
The track really isn't too tough, other than there's an uphill. I think you go up like 500 feet. It's pretty nuts. Like your ears pop me to the top of it, and that's pretty cool. Some of the corners I'm struggling with, and like the braking bumps I'm having big problems with because my shoulder.
The competition never rests, and through injury, Brian did what he needed to do, put in enough to make it, and save the rest for a better day.
I'm just going to try to be safe, be strong, qualify, and when the regional comes around, I'll be 100% healed up and ready to kill it.
The intermediate class is traditionally one of the most competitive on the ranch. Brian Burns made the cut at the areas and proved that he deserves to advance. Without room for error and no time to waste, Brian continues to rise to the occasion as he learns just how far his body can push.
This weekend actually turned out to be pretty good. It wasn't my best racing weekend, but I really got to learn the track, and that's really going to help me in the regional. And I qualified, so when I come back for the regional, I'll have a lot more confidence in it, and I'll be ready to go.
Aonia Pass, Muddy Creek, Honey Lake, Freestone, Steel City. Facilities like these are the heart and soul of amateur motocross. To race Loretta Lynn's, you've got to prove yourself first. Around the country, over 25,000 racers of all ages lined up for area qualifiers. Of those, less than half advanced to the regionals. New rivalries are born here. Careers start here. Among these athletes are the future stars, the next Ricky Carmichaels, Ryan Dungees, and James Stewarts. With a mere 40 spots open in each of the 35 classes, 1,400 of the nation's best riders make it to the hallowed ground of amateur motocross. Hidden beneath this tall grass, the most pivotal championship in motocross waits to be raced once again. At the end of the day, nothing can break up the monotony of training like a little fishing.
I just love fishing so much because it's time to get my mind off racing and stuff and not take it all serious. And it's just fun, especially when you catch a fish. It's a good feeling.
It's a distraction from the rigors of racing and his toughest season to date.
It's definitely a lot easier said than done to win a title at Loretta's. You know, you got to be so prepared, so confident in yourself, and have all the fitness you need, and just know that you could run 20-minute +2 no problem, and just put yourself up there and get a good start and just be solid the whole moto and hopefully come away good.
Loretta Lynn's is his last chance to make his mark on the amateur ranks before turning pro.
As far as adding pressure on him, I don't think that that anything puts pressure on him more than himself.
Freestone County Raceway is Van Martin's home track and also the site of the 2012 South Central Regional Qualifier. With the advantage on his side, Van's confidence can be the deciding factor between winning and losing.
There's just so many good kids in that class, and for him to be on that pace, I think that every time that he's not there, he is driven more to put himself there the next time.
The Martins hope that Van's dedication and persistence is enough to land him on a team in the pro ranks.
I think what pushes him right now is that he just wants so bad to make a career out of this. There's a lot of kids out there, and there's one or two every year that go from the amateur ranks into the professional ranks and make a career out of it. You have to be a good person. You have to be fast. You have to be fit. You have to get great starts. So all that has to fit together.
Throughout the weekend, Van put the pieces together and came out on top with strong rides all weekend.
This weekend was good, you know. I had a bunch of good finishes. I won 4 out of 9 motos, so that was good. Got my confidence up there, got some good starts, some bad starts. I had some ups and downs, but overall it was a good weekend. I got first in 250A, second in 450A, and third in Open Pro Sport. So I made it solid in all my 3 classes, top 3, so that's where I want to be up front every time, so it was a good weekend for sure.
Meanwhile, in Delmont, Pennsylvania, at the Northeast Regional Qualifier, the Alex family remains cautiously optimistic as they navigate the qualifying rounds.
It's pretty difficult to get there, obviously, because I didn't even make it last year. I walled my brains out at both my regionals, so the main thing is to be consistent at these regionals and stay off the ground and get a good start. That's what it's all about here at these regionals.
With the weather creating slippery conditions, Dakota paces himself to stay in control and get through the day healthy.
Just ride within your means, and if that means that it's easy to win, then so be it. If it means second, third, then it is what it is. We just need to get out of here with no worries.
After missing the cut due to injury last year, Dakota has no choice but to heed his father's advice to get through safely. Coming soon on Road to Loretta's. The stakes are raised yet again as the clock winds down on regional qualifiers. With emotions running on high and countless hours and dollars invested, Making the cut takes on a whole new meaning.
The mud's definitely going to be a factor. It's obviously a lot easier to crash in the mud, and the mud's a big equalizer, so start's going to be key for tomorrow.
I haven't stopped training. I've been training really hard, and I'm just 100% sure I can go out there and kill it. So that's what I'm hoping for.